Hello everyone! Welcome back to another 2v2 battle. This is one that me and Surreal played. I am playing as the Beastman and Surreal is playing as the Empire versus a Beastman group and another Empire. So it's kind of like a mirror match. But I'm calling mine the March of the Gores because my army is a front line of Gores with shields backed up by Gore herds and then two Bestigors being led by a Brave Shaman of the Wild. But I'm not using Devolve. I have decided to never use that spell again until it gets nerfed. So we just have the generic AoE explosion spell. We have the Traitorkin in case a lot of heroes bunch up together. I can slap Traitorkin on them and do some damage. And then we also have the one that still spawns a Cygor. I'm also using the Beast Lord, two Centigores, and one Razor Gore because I wanted some kind of cav. For Surreal, I brought the numbers, he brought the more specialized units. So we have a rifleman, or sorry, handgunner and halberdiers on this flank. He brought a Empire Captain on a horse, not paladin, a warrior priest on a barded horse. We have a general of the Empire on a griffin, and then a amber wizard on a pegasus. We have two more halberdiers over here, two demigryph knights with halberds in the forest, and I believe that is it. So again, he has the more specialized units. I have the numbers. The enemy here, we have two Centigores with throwing axes, two Outriders as well, which I don't see often. Back in the back, we have a Demigryph Knight unit with two Empire Knights. We have a couple Handgunners, two Great Swords, three Spears, a Great Cannon. We have a General of the Empire and a Light Wizard. For the other Beastmen, we have multiple Gore herds, backed up by Chaos Spawn, two of them, one Minotaur with great weapons, a Gore Bull, and Malagor the Dark Omen, and then two Bestigors. I'm not sure, you know, let's see what spells Malagor brought. Malagor brought basically everything that matters. The Mantle of Garok, there's the Devolve, Vile Tide, yeah, and Savage Dominion. Okay, so that's the spells that Malagor is rocking. So I'm going to just immediately charge. Oh, I forgot to say he also brought a Luminarch of Hysh. I know you probably saw it, but I don't think I mentioned it. So immediately we see these groups of Vanguard deployed units, so we're going to be throwing our Centigores their way to try and catch them. I believe they are on skirmish mode, just judging by how fast they moved and when they decided to move. We are currently getting hit by that Great Cannon of the Empire. I really do like the Beast Lords. I think they're pretty cool. Maybe even cooler than Kazarak. Maybe. But yeah, you can see I did catch them a little bit here in the forest, but they do pull away from our Centaur group. So I'm going to turn to this one, but they are going to run because of skirmish. We do catch a couple again, but it's not going to be enough to stop the Outriders, unfortunately. But we do get a couple deaths there, as our herd continues to advance backed up by the Empire. You can see the enemy has spawned their Cygor. I will spawn a Cygor as well, but later in the battle. I saw that the Demigryph Knights and the Empire Knights were coming off the hill, so I decided to withdraw my Centigores for now, because that is a battle that they are not going to win if I charge them. Luminarch Hysh going down. Got a shot against the Cygor. Damn! I didn't notice it fell down in the battle. Didn't do much damage, though, to the Cygor. It has a lot of hit points. Let's get back up. Still a solid shot from the Luminarch. I decided to pull back just a little bit here, because I kind of wanted to focus on the Beastmen first if possible. But the Empire is going to be marching towards us as well. Surreal trying to pull back his flanking force here because he thought I was moving forward, but then I moved back, so that's what's happening there. I'm getting a couple units in position to try and support his right flank and his Luminarch. And then we're going to get a charge off against the enemy beasts. Oh, you know what? I forgot to do this before. Sorry. Let's turn on Alliance coloring so you can actually tell which beasts are whose. Red or bad, yellow or good. Luminarch is being targeted by the Cygor over there in the background. Got some Chaos Spawn and my Gore Bull in the mix, along with the enemy's Gore Bull as well. Over here on the right flank, the Luminarch was shooting at the Demigryph Knight units. You can see they've taken a lot of damage. Also, the Riflemen were shooting into them as well. Brace yourselves! Right there, the Luminarch has now shifted its attention to Malachor of the Dark Omen. We are charging in to try and protect the Luminarch. We have Halberdiers coming in to support our Centaurs against these Knights, which is really needed because these Centaurs will lose against the Demigryph Knights. Meanwhile, the Razor Herd is just gaining position to protect the Luminarch. These Chaos Spawn are tearing my Bestigors to pieces. Meanwhile, above we have the Amber Wizard casting some spells. We also have the General of the Empire trying to assist along with their Warrior Priests. On the left flank, we got the two Demigryph Knights with halberds. Surreal's going into a group of Centaurs. Another Vile Tide being cast down. Light Wizard from the enemy is casting their AoE spell. I don't remember what it's called, but that's going on right there. While their Minotaurs just destroy my Bestigors over here. Chaos Spawn still just tearing into my poor Gors. So this right here was, I believe, Pan's Impenetrable Pelt, which is a pretty cool AoE spell if you overcast it. I believe it's single target if you don't, but if you do overcharge it, it's going to be AoE. So we have damage resistance for... You know, I don't remember the length of the spell. I'll try to look at that later. But it's a pretty cool spell to give damage resistance to a whole group of people. That's pretty cool. My Cygor point blank throwing some rocks to these Chaos Spawn. Meanwhile, some of my Gore Herd are into these Imperial Spearmen, which is a fight that they would win. These Spearmen charge my Razor Gore Herd, and I didn't really notice. So that's not a fight that the Razor Gores want to be in. Here we got some Demigryph Knights charging into those Halberdiers, or I'm sorry, the Handgunners, but Halberdiers are close by. So Demigryph Knights do not want to fight the Halberdiers, so I'm going to try and pin them down here with the Centaur group. Meanwhile, over here, we had Surreal separated his General and I believe his Amber Wizard. Oh no, Manticore summoned by the Amber Wizard, as well as the Amber Wizard, was going around trying to snipe some heroes and handgunners. That's why we're over here. I sent them my Gorbel as assistants to try and silence the handgunners that were shooting into our ranks. The General of the Empire is nearby, backed up by some great swords as well. Manticore is not armor piercing, but it does have a lot of damage. Let's give you a bird's eye view of the health bars of this current situation. Chaos Spawn are slowly being taken down. The Minotaurs, I think, were routed at this point. They may be off back there or dead. We are trying to rout the two handgunners. We are trying to rout also the Outriders. And the Great Cannon Crew is going to be the next target, I believe, for the General of the Empire and the Amber Wizard. Because they've just been firing at his Luminarch of Fish, which he was forced to pull back a little bit. So now he's going to silence this gun position. There goes the Manticore as well. Over here on our left flank, the Empire Captain and the Warrior Priest are buffing up our Beast Lord and the Bestigors that are nearby, keeping them in the fight a little bit longer. Meanwhile, our Gores are trying to take down these Great Swords and these Chaos Spawn. Not a fight that they're going to win on their own. Charging our Bestigors back into the Chaos Spawn. Not actually a great idea. I think I was just clicking units and clicking attack orders, not really paying attention at that point. We do have the enemy Gorbel into the Halberdiers, but this is a fight that he does not want. Halberdiers are perfect to destroy Gorbel. Well, Gorbel is tough, but I mean, Halberdiers can do the job. That's what they're geared for. Over here on the right flank, our Centaurs are finally being wrapped up by the Empire Knights, and the Outriders are still remaining. And you can see the Luminarch has forced to withdraw even more. My Cygor's been untouched, just throwing rocks this whole game. You see our Gorbel still trying to take out the General of the Empire along with those Great Swords, and yes, Beast Lord as backup. And the two Empire Lords are keeping our forces alive over here on the left side, or at least encouraged. Against units that would otherwise destroy them on their own. I love Warrior Priests, they're pretty cool. And you can see my Gorbel is taking a lot of damage, but because this new patch is kind of silly, you also see that he still has two potions. Potion of Toughness and a Potion of Healing, both of which is going to be able to heal him. So, pretty soon, you're going to see me use one of those potions and bring the Gorbel back up to a better amount of health. Here we're dropping some buffs from our Beast Sword, the Call of Violence. I don't even know why I really dropped that. I think that was just a misclicker, not really knowing what I was doing. Because that wasn't needed. Over here, the Chaos Spawn are finally about to die to these halberds. Spearmen are currently routing as well. Another bird's eye view, you can see everything is currently shattering. And look at the health on my bull. I popped the potion of healing. Look at that. He was almost dead. He was almost dead. And look, it's still on. It's still on. It's still going. It was still going. He would have been brought back almost to full health. So, I love being able to customize heroes. I like the potions are in the game. But on some units, it's just too much. The Gorbel is one of those units that is so hard to take down. So hard. And he does so much damage. And now that we can put him with potions, 2 of them that heal him, it gives him 3 lives. 3 lives, you can have 4 Gorbels, each with 2 potions, because you can only have a max of 4 heroes now with this new patch, which thank God, because we would just be seeing armies of like 7 Gorbels running at you. But yeah, the Beastmen have some stupid stuff associated with them. Now the potions though is an entire game-wide thing. You know, like Thanes get them, Empire Captains get them, but the thing is, not every single unit that gets potions is as hard to kill as the Gorbel is. So man, that mixture is just devastating. Devastating. It's ridiculous. It's just pretty ridiculous. Anyway, good game to my opponents and to Surreal. Let's take a look at the kill count. For me, my Beast Sword netted 78 kills, which is really good. The Brave Shaman didn't do as much. I got a couple of the Vile, I think it's called Vile Tides, the little AoE explosion spell. I got a couple of those off and got the Cygor off. But without like the Devolve spell, you're not going to see a bunch of kills from a Brave Shaman. But I refuse to use it now. Like I had my fun in the earlier Beastman games before like I really realized how powerful it was, but now it's just like I can't bring myself to use it. It's just, it needs to be nerfed. It needs to be changed in some way. I hope we get a hot fix and don't have to actually wait for a whole new patch to get that nerf, because then multiplayer is going to suck. It's just going to be bad. I've already gotten a lot of complaints from people saying that they want to quit multiplayer because all they run into now is beastmen that do default spam. Because there's a lot of players online that will do whatever it takes to win the game. So hopefully you go across opponents more like the way that we think, the people that don't want to use Devolve, you know, because that would be a better game. But anyway, 78 kills, and then the Gorbel did amazing. Honestly, I think the Gorbel with potions may just be as strong as Evolve, really. I don't know, I may not run potions. But they're so cheap. It's just, oh man. Some of the changes they made are just kind of insane. The Gore Herds in general did okay. But like the best Gores I threw up against Chaos Spawn, which is not what they want to fight at all. That's like the opposite of target that they want to fight, so they didn't do as well. My Centaurs did okay. Razorgores just got killed by Spearmen, but they managed to eke out 24 kills before they were routed off the field. So, generally, it's okay. They did alright. I'm kind of curious how many kills my Cygor got, because I got a couple rock throws into like a big group of great swords, so I'm just kind of curious how much damage he did, but since he's a spawn, we don't know. Beef Dingo, the heroes for the most part did really well. The Manticore, I'm kind of curious how well they did, but I'm assuming they did pretty good. The Halberdiers did great. Handgunners got 10 kills, but they did a lot of damage to a Griffin, Demigryph Knight, which is huge. Demigryph Knights with halberds did well because they're Demigryph Knights with halberds, and the Luminarch netted 39 kills, plus routing Malagor, the Dark Omen, and maybe something else that I didn't notice. But that did really well. For the enemy beast, Gorbel, 75 kills and was murdered probably by the Luminarch? I'm not sure. I wasn't paying enough attention, but it did die. Their Gore Herds did okay. Their best of Gores, one did really well. The other one got shut down. Their Axe Throwers kind of got a decent amount of kills for being Axe Throwers. I don't know if they got that in melee or with the throwing weapons. The Chaos Spawn did amazing, and the Minotaurs did really well. The Chaos Spawn chewed through my best of Gores. Oh, man. Yeah, they did really well. For the Empire, the Cannon got 28 kills and managed to almost destroy a Luminarch before it was taken out. The Outriders, some of them did okay. Demigryph Knights got shut down by the Halberdiers and the Handgunners and the Luminarch. The Empire Knights did okay, but they were on the right flank, I think, through most of that battle, so they were fighting against Centaurs and Halberdiers, which is... like, the Centaurs are totally fine, but the Halberdiers are really hard to deal with. Handgunners kind of got shut down pretty early by our heroes, which is a great thing. Spearman did really well. Light Wizard got 45 kills with his AoE spells, which is really good. And this Greatsword unit just devastated. Did really well. Good all around. So, good game to my opponents and to Surreal. I don't know if there's anything I really would want to show. So just real quick, I wanted to show the Gorbel. So again, I usually just take off Deadly Onslaught and Foe Seeker, and then you can put on these 2 potions. 1281 for 3 lives of a Gorbel, technically, kinda. That's how much these things heal. The only way to really stop it is if you manage to burst their leadership down enough, because these will stop working as soon as they proc it, if you can burst it down. But that's going to have to be relying on spells from like the Death Lord. Like you can do... Where's Manfred? There you are. Or not... yeah, Manfred. So, let's see. Where are you? Where are you? Like Doom and Darkness. A burst of minus 16 leadership may be possible if they're low enough. If you see the leadership bar getting low enough. If you're running Deathlore. I mean, it's very situational. But that could possibly burst their leadership down to the point where they will start to rout and it will cancel out their potions. As far as other counters, though, like there are other spells here and there that can drop leadership. And, I don't know, you're probably going to have to rely on those to try and break the bulls. Because, man, they're going to be hard to deal with otherwise. But anyway, again, hope you enjoyed. I will see you all in the next battle. Leave your suggestions below for the themes you would like to see. Take care. Hello, everyone. The battle that you just saw was recorded a couple days before CA released a beta hotfix that you can currently opt in and may actually just be a public hotfix at the point that this video is released. But what it does is that it's going to nerf the devolve spell as well as change some bugs in the game. But the big thing is that it's changing the devolve spell, so it's going to be a lower radius and it's going to have lower damage. And from what I've seen of people who have been testing this beta hotfix, they're saying that the amount of damage you can get from one of the devolve spells, well, now it's going to take 3 devolve spells to equal what the old devolve spell used to be in 1. So it sounds like it got a really big nerf, and people are saying that they like the feel of the devolve spell now because you have to devote most of your Winds of Magic pool to actually get the same effect as the old devolve spell. And that sounds great. I have not tested it myself, but if it is not a public patch yet, you can go into your Steam library, right-click on Total War Warhammer, go down to Properties, go to the, I think it's a Beta tab, and then there's a drop-down menu that you'll be able to get your game with the hotfix beta if you want to test out the devolve spell. Again, if it's not already just a public hotfix to the point that this video is released on YouTube. But I just want to put this at the end of the video, so enjoy your multiplayer battles now, because hopefully it'll be a lot better when you fight Beastmen and they're not winning the game with just a single click of the button. Have a good day, everybody.